Hello and welcome to Select and Reflect, the movie review podcast where we look at films from the near and distant past. We give them a couple of watches and evaluate them beyond first impressions. And this week, we are going to be predicting the results for the forthcoming Oscars. Of course, this is the 2020 Academy Awards for films that came out in the year of 2019. And Luke, why don't you tell us a thing or two about what our plan is for this little segment?
Sure thing, Michael. As you said, these are the 92nd Academy Awards that we are going to be predicting. Last year, if you remember, you scored a great 1 out of 10, and I got 5 out of 10. You may have got like 2 points, in fact, because one of your picks was a lock of the week or a shoe-in. Yes. It was a decisive victory for you last time. But sorry, for me last time. What am I saying?
Yeah. It's okay, Luke.
Yeah.
That was a classic. The winner is La La Land.
It was.
The winner is with 2 points, Michael.
So what we're going to be doing this time is we're going to be predicting 12 awards, which we will go through. All the ones that we can guess or, predict, basically, so we don't have to have seen the movie, because, we know what it's about, we've seen the trailer, etc. And we are going to be getting 2 points for the Best Picture winner, if we predict that, because obviously that's the big one. And then we also have a lock of the week and a shoe-in. So the maximum points you can get are 15, but we're going to be predicting 12 categories. So there you go. And what's going to happen is, because obviously, Michael, you and I, we predict Rotten Tomato scores for upcoming movies released throughout the year based on the movie we are reviewing at the time. For example, when we predicted Bad Boys for Life, when we reviewed Bad Boys. And we are going to take our scores off our total, because, of course, the highest total you get in our Rotten Tomatoes rankings, that is bad. So what we're going to do, whatever score we get, say you get 8 points are taken off your total.
It's a little bonus.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I thought we could link it into the overall thing we're doing throughout the year. So anyway, Michael, we shall start off with our first category, which is Best Visual Effects. And the nominees are Avengers Endgame, The Irishman, The Lion King, 1917, and Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. So, Michael, what did you pick for Best Visual Effects?
Well, I didn't think it would be Lion King, because that's awful. And I went for Avengers Endgame, just because I was thinking Avengers Endgame was such a huge event. Like, at this point, I feel like the special effects thing, unless there's a kind of big event film like Avatar, which really puts special effects front and center, it's not really going to be obvious, because most special effects is just competent. Like, the best special effects are the effects you don't notice. So I just thought, well, you know what? Avengers has got lots of stuff going on. It's got all these big CGI battles with CGI aliens, blah, blah, blah. I think it's going to be Avengers Endgame. And I think it should be Avengers Endgame.
Well, I'm going to go for 1917. Because this is a movie that is good because of technical reasons, and therefore I think visual effects, 1917, is going to win that. And I think Avengers Endgame, I don't think the Academy will want to vote for Avengers Endgame, especially not after that fracas with Martin Scorsese. Well, it's not really a fracas, he just said he didn't like the movies. And so, I think Avengers, because of Martin Scorsese's comments, they will have gone, the Avengers movies, the Marvel movies will have gone down in Hollywood's estimation, probably, because he's, the kind of guy to have that much influence. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I could see 1917 winning.
Yeah, so I've got 1917 for Best Visual Effects. Next, on to Best Costume Design. We're doing it in reverse order from I don't want to say what's most important, obviously, but we're going to be doing Best Picture last, So, Best Costume Design next. The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood are the nominees. Who have you got, Michael?
I think it's got to be Little Women, because that's how it is. If it's a period piece, it always wins.
Well, Black Panther.
I think that is true. I think it should be Jojo Rabbit, but that's just because
you're a Nazi.
Nazis have a good fashion sense. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it just, Hugo Boss designer suits. But I think it will be Little Women, because period piece.
I have also gone for Little Women. So you and I agree on that. Next up, we have Best Cinematography. The Irishman, Joker, The Lighthouse, 1917, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood are nominated. And so essentially the same as Costume Design, apart from The Lighthouse and Little Women. Oh, and Jojo Rabbit, So not really that similar.
Yeah.
Anyway, so for Best Cinematography, I am going to go for 1917. Roger Deakins.
Did
the cinematography, and this is going to be my shoe-in. Without a doubt.
It's my shoe-in too, God. I think Roger Deakins always does well. I will say, actually, but I think...
does he always do well? Because I swear Blade Runner was his first.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, actually, sorry. He's one of those people, he's a very
highly respected.
And he actually doesn't do well, but I think that they've learned that lesson. But what I will say is I've actually seen almost every single one of the films that was nominated, which is, in fact, actually, most of the films which I haven't seen are the foreign films, but also a lot of the films where women were nominated for Best Supporting or Best Leading Actress. So I guess I'm a sexist. But I saw The Lighthouse, and I thought the cinematography in The Lighthouse was really good. And I think The Lighthouse should win. Having seen both 1917 and The Lighthouse, I would go for The Lighthouse.
But you think 1917 is going to win?
Yeah, I think 1917 will
And this is
win,
also
so-
your shoo-in.
Yes, and it's my
Right.
shoo-in, so we're in agreement
Yes.
there. Let's see if this...
Yeah, let's see if it works. Okay, so next up is Best Animated Feature Film. The nominees are How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, I Lost My Body, Klaus, Missing Link, and Toy Story 4. There's not an obvious one for this one, so I just went for Toy Story 4 because, you know,
Okay.
it's got a... The other ones, they're not amazing, and although it's the boring choice, I think Toy Story 4 was a good enough movie
Okay.
to win. So there.
See, I actually... Something I've also done, I've put things I really want to win. I've also put things I really don't want to win. I really don't want Toy Story 4 to win.
What do you want to
Because I
win
saw
instead?
Toy Story 4. I thought Toy Story 4 was crap. I want and also think Klaus will win. Or Claus, sorry, will win. I think I Lost My Body might win because it's different, but I think with Claus, the main strength it's got is it is like a unique animation style. I like to think, I might be wrong about this, but with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse winning, I like to think that the Academy has finally realized that one of the good things about animation is unique and interesting animation styles, and that should severely disadvantage Pixar. But I don't know,
Okay.
maybe, so I would be annoyed. I don't like how Pixar, all their films
Yeah,
look
you're
the same.
still
I think
going for
they're
Toy
very good
Story 4.
storytellers. No, I'm going for Claus. I think will
Oh,
win.
you are going for Claus. Oh,
I'll be angry if Toy Story 4 wins,
Oh,
but I'm going
okay.
for Claus. I think will win, and I want it to win.
okay.
I Lost My Body might win. Missing Link wasn't
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
but I wouldn't care if they won.
Okay, so, well, yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Claus. I haven't seen Toy Story 4 either, but again,
Yeah. Claus is a Santa Claus origin story.
I've seen their blurbs, if you
Yeah.
will. Anyway, Best Adapted Screenplay. The nominees are The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, and The Two Popes. Michael, what did you pick for Best Adapted Screenplay?
I put Little Women because the reason is entirely political. I think that because there's this whole hoo-ha about women not getting like any recognition, they want to have Greta Gerwig stand up as a very kind of relevant female director. Of course, she did Lady Bird, which was quite well received. So I think they're going to want her to stand up. I think possibly, based on my opinions, The Two Popes should win. But yeah, I think it will be Little Women.
Okay, well, have you seen Little Women?
I have. It was the last film I saw.
Oh,
It took me a while to get. In fact, actually, the reason I was able to watch many Oscar films is because I was on a flight and they had the in-flight entertainment. They have a lot of recent films,
Okay.
so obviously I didn't have to go to the cinema to watch all these films. I could just watch them on the airplane.
Fair enough.
So yeah,
So I have watched Little Women, and the thing is, I'm not going to give it to Little Women, even though I enjoyed it, because Greta Gerwig was not nominated for Best Director. And now, here's the thing. Best Adapted Screenplay. Okay, how well is your thing adapted? Well, if the director isn't nominated for Best Director, then the Academy probably doesn't think that it is Best Adapted Screenplay.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's what gets me. And The Little Women has been adapted like thousands of times. Was this adaptation really that much better? I don't think. I don't think.
I don't know. Yeah, my logic is just I'm thinking entirely politically, but maybe that's maybe I'm almost being too
Well, the
generous
thing-
by assuming they would
Yeah, the thing is, you could
would
be
actually
right
try.
because they could right the wrongs of Greta Gerwig not being nominated
Yeah.
for Best Director, maybe. But I think I'm going with because she wasn't nominated for Best Director, she won't get this for Little Women. So yeah, her basically, yeah, if she wasn't nominated for Best Director, then how good could the adaptation
Yeah.
actually be? You know. So I'm going to go for Joker because
Really? Okay.
I'm looking at the others: The Irishman, no; Jojo Rabbit, no; Little Women, as I've given my reasons, no; The Two Popes,
Yeah.
nah; Joker. It's got 11 nominations. It's got to win a few. So Joker.
Yeah, I think that might be the case.
Well, you should have
I
gone
don't
for
know
it
if
then,
I
shouldn't
think. Well, having watched Joker, I don't know if I think it deserves best.
It doesn't matter what it deserves, Mike.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think it might. We'll see.
Okay. Best original screenplay next. We have Knives Out by Ryan Johnson, Marriage Story, Noah Baumbach, 1917, Sam Mendes, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino, and Parasite, Bong Joon-ho. So, Michael, who do you think is going to win Best Original Screenplay?
Well, I think it will be Marriage Story. I think Marriage Story is like kind of a bit of an arty film. It's something where I'm thinking about obviously when what's it called, that film, the one with Casey Affleck, Manchester by the Sea. Well, that was kind of like just a sad story about sad people being sad. Marriage Story is also a sad story about sad people being sad. I could see it winning. I could also see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood winning because they like Quentin Tarantino's acting. But I'm going for Marriage Story. What I will say, I think this is a good moment to bring this up. I am really disappointed with the Oscar nominations this year. It hit me as I was watching these films because I've actually been rating them as I've been watching them. And of the Best Picture winners, I think I'm right in saying I think only one of them I gave an 8 out of 10. And I was thinking about how when we first started this, back when it was, there was Manchester by the Sea, there was Arrival, there was La La Land, there was Moonlight. All of those films I considered to be an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. This year, it's really slim pickings. And actually, the only film I saw, well, one of the films I saw which I really, really liked was Knives Out by Rian Johnson. I watched it and I was like, yeah, this is like enjoyable. I feel like I'm watching a real film. Took a lot of effort. And it was so funny to me that Rian Johnson wrote The Last Jedi. Because The Last Jedi, the big thing I was thinking as I've watched The Last Jedi several times since we reviewed it, is it feels like a first draft. It feels like there was just no effort to really make it coherent. And then he writes this mystery story, which is something, a mystery story requires a lot of intelligence with how you craft it. And it's so well crafted. And just like, Rian Johnson, why didn't you do this? I genuinely can't believe he actually gave a shit when he wrote The Last Jedi, because it seems like when he's trying to write a really coherent story that flows perfectly together, he can do it. But anyway, I think he should win, but I don't think he will, mostly because Knives Out hasn't been nominated for anything else. I think it'll be Marriage Story.
Well, I like how you're giving your opinions on what should win, as well as what you think will win.
Yeah.
That wasn't what was asked. No, I'm fine. You can have that little spiel. And
I also like how it is. It's kind of spoilers for a year's time when we're going to review these films. You're going to be like, we're going to be getting around to it. And you're like, oh well, he said he wanted this to win. He didn't say he wanted this to win. So like, oh, you'll be able to predict my opinion.
Okay, so I am going to go for Best Original Screenplay, Parasite. I see what you mean by Marriage Story. Obviously, it is really all about the screenplay in Marriage Story. Nothing really else to it than that. And in that movie, in terms of why it's heralded as much as it is. 1917, that's not the case. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that's not the case. Knives Out, you could say that's the case, but again, like you said, only nominated for this. That's it. And Parasite. I have seen Parasite just today, Michael.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
Yeah, I saw it today, and it was really good. And I think it has a really good chance of winning more than just Best Original Screenplay, which is why I picked it as winning Best Original Screenplay. So yeah, there you go.
Parasite, for the record, but Parasite is the one film which I thought was an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
So
all right, fair enough. So we are on to now Best Supporting Actress. The nominees are Kathy Bates in Richard Jewell, Laura Dern in Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson in Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh in Little Women, and Margot Robbie in Bombshell. So who have you... actually, I'll go first this time. I have selected Florence Pugh in Little Women as Amy March, as the person who I think is going to win Best Supporting Actress. I think, to me, it came down to Laura Dern or Florence Pugh. I chose Florence Pugh because I think Laura Dern, she wasn't the standout in Marriage Story, She wasn't incredible in that. Well, I mean, you could argue she was, but it was really about Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson, Those were I guess that's the case with everything, that every supporting actress, they weren't the main feature. But I think you look at Florence Pugh, her performance in Little Women, how she had to adapt from being, 13 years old to 20, that's a much harder task than something that Laura Dern had to do. And she played a bigger part in the movie, did Florence Pugh as well, and she's a newcomer, and the Academy likes, to create stars. It's good for the brand, good for the image. So Florence Pugh in Little Women is my pick.
I actually also think Florence Pugh in Little Women. And Laura Dern is the person who's the one I think should win. Okay. And again, I get what you're saying about she's small, but Laura Dern was probably my favourite part of Marriage Story, and I thought Marriage Story was a pretty decent film. So yeah. Okay. And I don't think Scarlett Johansson should win, because I think she wins too much.
Okay. I don't think Scarlett Johansson's going to win either.
No, and it wasn't great.
Yeah. Best Supporting Actor now. Tom Hanks, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, that's Fred Rogers. Anthony Hopkins, The Two Popes as Pope Benedict. Al Pacino, The Irishman as Jimmy Hoffa. Joe Pesci, The Irishman as Russell Buffalino. And Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as Cliff Booth. I'm going to go for Joe Pesci in The Irishman as Russell Buffalino as my pick. I think Joe Pesci's going to win it, because I think this is going to be his last movie he ever does, and I think it was a very good performance. I think he was better than Al Pacino, just comparing those two. I think Al Pacino, he was good, but it's just... his character was so Jimmy Hoffa is just so absurd. Yeah. It's just hard to know if he's, because obviously Jimmy Hoffa exists in real life. It's just hard to pinpoint whether it was a good portrayal or not. Maybe it was, but I think Joe Pesci was better anyway. And Hanks, he's not going to win it. Hopkins, he's not going to win it. And Brad Pitt, he might win it, but I don't think so, because I don't think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has got that much buzz. So I'm going for Joe Pesci in The Irishman.
Okay, yeah, see, I think you actually make a really good argument. I suspect you might be right. I maybe wasn't thinking about this as much as if I had really been turning on my proper insightful brain like you, I think I might have agreed with you. Because instead I went for Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, just because I was thinking, I don't know. But I do think Anthony Hopkins in The Two Popes should win.
Okay. Yeah. So, on to Best Actress now. We have Cynthia Erivo in Harriet as Harriet Tubman, Scarlett Johansson, Marriage Story as Nicole Barber, Saoirse Ronan, Little Women as Josephine Jo March, Charlize Theron, Bombshell as Megyn Kelly, Renee Zellweger, Judy as Judy Garland. Who have you picked, Michael, for Best Actress?
So I think Scarlett Johansson. And also, this is my lock. Again, I mean, I just think that there's lots of people are hyped about this Marriage Story thing. Lots of people are hyped about Scarlett Johansson's
Lots of people are
performance.
hyped about Marriage.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I haven't seen Judy. I didn't think Charlize Theron was that great. I thought her voice was too deep for the entire film.
Maybe Megyn Kelly's voice is deep in real life.
Well, I don't know. Her voice isn't that deep. Anyway, Saoirse Ronan, I mean, I don't know. I just felt like every single person in that film seemed the same to me. I watched it, and I hate to be like white girl racist, but I was just like, they all seem identical to me. And Cynthia Erivo, I saw Harriet. I didn't think it was a very good film, because I'm a racist. And, but also I think, again, it's the logic of, generally speaking, if a film isn't doing, like, usually people get nominated for best performance in a film that is considered good. I don't think anyone considers Harriet to have been a great film. So yeah, I think it'll be Scarlett Johansson, Marriage Story. And yeah, I think it should be. Of those options of what I've seen, I think Scarlett Johansson should be. Even though I just said she wins too much.
Yes. Well, I don't think she hasn't won an Academy Award before, has she?
No, yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really that. It's like...
she gets too much praise,
maybe? I saw somebody basically say, there was like I think it was a tweet, and it basically said, if you want to cast a kind of strong white woman in a film, your choices are Margot Robbie or Scarlett Johansson.
Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson or Charlize Theron, maybe.
Oh yeah, Charlize Theron, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
can't forget her.
Yeah.
So I am not going to go for Scarlett Johansson in Marriage Story. I'm going to go for Cynthia Erivo in Harriet as Harriet Tubman. Because here's the thing, there was a big backlash after the Oscars nominations were announced. Like, oh, so many white people. Cynthia Erivo, the only black person in the whole Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress category. I think I've got that right. She's the only.
Right.
She's the only one. And so I think she's going to win, so the Academy can prove that they're not racist.
Yeah. See, you're going down the identity politics angle there.
Yeah.
The reason why, because that was something I was thinking.
Yeah, the reason why I didn't put Greta Gerwig, obviously, because she's not nominated for Best Director. So there's clearly there's some initial maybe not backlash. There's initially she didn't do that good a job, but that's not the case, obviously, for Cynthia Erivo. There's not that reason. There's not that thing blocking that, and so therefore I can see her winning. And I think it's down to either her or Scarlett Johansson. It's going to be one of them two, and I picked Cynthia Erivo. I don't think Saoirse Ronan's going to do it. She wasn't amazing in Little Women.
No, yeah.
And Charlize Theron and Renée Zellweger, probably not. Although I did see someone predict Renée Zellweger is going to win it earlier on.
Has she ever? I don't think she's ever won anything before, has she?
Yeah, maybe.
So,
maybe she's the one.
And she is quite a veteran.
But this was your lock of the week, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, so let's hope that the Academy is racist. That's what we're banking
on. But you said she deserved to win. Okay, so it wouldn't be racist then, according to you.
No, I don't think it would be. I mean, Harriet Tubman, she was all right. I mean, Cynthia Erivo was all right, but yeah, I really thought Harriet Tubman. And the thing is, what's interesting about Harriet Tubman actually is that I went on IMDb because I wanted to look, and I kind of was looking at these, there's going to be some really funny 1-star reviews. All the 1-star reviews are from black people, basically saying this film is ridiculous, it's pandering, it's completely like turning Harriet Tubman into this over the top superhero when she was just like a real human being, and it's very patronizing, blah blah blah. And I was like, and also actually there were a lot of black men saying this film's bad because some of the black men in it aren't sympathetic. Why do black women always have to make black men look bad? Why do black women hate black men so much?
Okay, well, Harriet Tubman isn't nominated for Best Picture, so I don't think those comments will affect the performance of Cynthia Erivo. I hope it won't anyway.
I don't know. I mean, maybe there'll be a black guy on the Academy and I'll go, I didn't like this. I didn't like Cynthia Erivo. I think she hates black men.
Right, we'll move on now to Best Actor. The nominees are Antonio Banderas for Pain and Glory as Salvador Malo, Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as Rick fucking Dalton. Adam Driver, Marriage Story as Charlie Barber, Joaquin Phoenix, Joker as Arthur Fleck / Joker, Jonathan Pryce, The Two Popes as Cardinal George Mario Bergoglio.
Pope Francis.
Okay, right. Who do you have as your pick for Best Actor?
Well, I think it's going to be Joker Quinn Phoenix in Joker, and again, it could be all sorts of things, but the main thing I was thinking is that the strength of Joker, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think it's in the screenplay or really the directing. I think it's in the Joker's performance. If there's anything, obviously there's all this buzz around the Joker. I think, well, if there's all this buzz around it, surely they're gonna get the guy winning who gave the best performance. Also, fun fact about this category, I don't have any choice for who I think should win. But I do think Leonardo DiCaprio shouldn't win because I just thought he was boring. Whereas all the other ones I thought gave something. I just thought Leonardo DiCaprio was like, that's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay, well, I'm also going for Joaquin Phoenix in Joker because, he has received the most buzz around. I mean, this is my lock of the week. Joaquin Phoenix as Joker. Last week I locked in Christian Bale winning, and it wasn't him. It was who won Best
It was bloody Freddie Mercury. It was
Eddie Murphy.
Rami Malek.
Yeah,
Rami Malek.
It was Rami Malek. I just didn't foresee Bohemian Rhapsody getting as much fucking success as it did.
Best editing.
Yeah, remember that? Great. And so for this movie, for this award, I think it's got to be Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. He's my lock of the week. Like, who else is going to win it? Nobody else is going to win this. It's got to be Joaquin Phoenix. There's nobody I would be like, I'm a bit worried. But saying that, I wasn't really worried about Rami Malek last year. But is there a movie which is bad, which we think is bad, like Pain and Glory, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Marriage Story, The Two Popes? Those movies aren't like bad like Bohemian Rhapsody was. And so I think that we appreciate them as much as the Academy on average will. So yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker, my lock of the week. I think I think I'm actually going to get it this time. So there you go.
I think you will.
So Best Director now. The nominees are Martin Scorsese, The Irishman, Todd Phillips, Joker, Sam Mendes, 1917, and Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Bong Joon-ho, Parasite. So Michael, what is your pick for Best Director?
I think it will be, and should be, Bong Joon-ho with Parasite. I think he did the best job directing. I don't think it should be Todd Phillips. I hope it's not Todd Phillips. I don't think Todd Phillips is a good director. I think he just got a good concept and was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. I mean, just based on the fact Todd Phillips, all his other shows are crap. I don't think it should be Sam Mendes, or I'd be okay with that. And yeah, so I think it will be Parasite.
Okay, interesting.
Bong Joon-ho.
I did not have Bong Joon-ho as one of the people who I was considering. I was considering Quentin Tarantino or...
I was considering Quentin
Tarantino or Sam Mendes. Here's the thing. I think it's going to be Sam Mendes, because Best Director, I think what the Academy will look like is the technical ability. Like, it's a directorial achievement of what Sam Mendes did with 1917. Hence why Best Cinematography, Best Visual Effects. It's a very technical film, and I think that lends itself to him winning Best Director. And yeah, he hasn't won for a while, I think. So that's something to consider. And Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it's not that great a movie compared to his previous ones. There's not a lot of buzz around it, like I said before. If he released it later in the year, there probably would be. I don't know why he released it when he did.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a reason behind that. I don't know. But yeah, so I think Sam Mendes, 1917, is going to win Best Director. Yeah, Todd Phillips, no. Martin Scorsese, again, similar thing to Quentin Tarantino, The Irishman, not his best work, so no for that. So yeah, Sam Mendes, 1917. That's going to be, I think. Yeah. Okay.
Good.
And now we're on to the Big Kahuna, Best Picture. We will get 2 points for winning if we predict this one, Michael. So the nominees are Ford vs Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Woman, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. So Michael, who are you going to pick for Best Picture winner?
Well, as I said, I'm really disappointed with these films. I mean, and two of the things I think I would be happy to see win, I consider to be 7 out of 10s, and those are Ford vs. Ferrari, which I thought was a fun film, and Jojo Rabbit, which I think was probably the second best film, but I don't think they'll nominate it I don't think they'll make it win, because I don't know, I think they're too sensitive about Nazis. I think they're like, well, we can't really have a thing win where a kid's imaginary best friend is Hitler.
No, I think they'd be okay with that. I really do.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I was thinking actually, because obviously Life is Beautiful won back in the 90s, so maybe they will. And I would like to see Jojo Rabbit win.
It's not going to win.
I liked Parasite. I think, but I object to, I really don't like that they have Best Picture and foreign films are even eligible, because it means that then a foreign film gets nominated for Best Picture and you're like, okay, so, why would any of the other directors for the other foreign films that are nominated even bother showing up? Like, obviously, if Parasite's nominated for this, yeah, I mean, yeah, but like, they know they're not going to win. It's kind of like, it's like a really stupid system. I really think they should have it so they've got just Best Foreign Film, Best English Language Film.
No.
None of them are stepping on each other's toes. I don't like it because it's
that's just shit.
You're right. It's terrible because it's like, I'm like, okay, so
it hardly ever happens that a movie which is Best Foreign Film gets nominated for Best Picture.
It's happened twice in a row though. Yeah. And obviously it's just like,
yeah, who the fuck? I'm sorry for those 4 directors or whatever. It's shit. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care about them.
I feel sorry for them. I care about foreign people, and that's why I don't think they should be allowed
Who was your fucking pick for Best Picture?
Oh, Little Women.
I think serious?
Because, well, I mean, I was thinking about it. I mean, it might be Marriage Story, and I think Marriage Story is likely. Again, I mean, maybe I'm an idiot. I think I might be, but I don't think. Well, sorry, actually, I forgot to mention something. It's probably going to be 1917, but I really don't want it to be 1917. I mean, I guess I'm literally in a situation where I so badly don't want it to be 1917 that even though it's probably going to be 1917. I'm not picking 1917 because I don't want to.
Okay,
but you know, when you bet.
Okay, who do you think is going to win?
But Okay, I'll ask you a question, but I just want to explain my logic. You know, like in football, when you bet against
Yeah, I get
your
your
own
logic.
team-
You don't want it to win, and you can't stand it.
Yeah, okay, fine. It will be 1917.
Okay.
Fine. You know what, Luke? You've twisted my arm. It will be 1917. But I don't want it to win.
Okay, I get that. I don't want 1917 to win either because I hate those movies. I really hate these movies which. I mean, I don't hate them, but I hate the fact that they could win Best Picture when, again, it's like, wow, what a great technological achievement. And then they get forgotten about in 2 months because everybody sees that one time and they're like, yeah, that's incredible. And then someone, in a few years, one-ups them. And now 1917 just looks kind of, okay, well, that's maybe not the best thing, is it? Like, the story...
By the way, Luke, I would like to point out you've literally forced me into getting 2 points. I was willing to fall on my sword and just say, you know what?
Yeah.
But no, you forced me to get 2 points, and I appreciate that, Luke. You're a true friend.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that 1917 is going to win, though. I'm not picking it, and I think it's got the second best chance, and that is unfortunate.
You think Marriage Story is going to win?
No, I don't think Marriage Story is going to win.
You think Parasite's
going to win? I think it is because it won the Golden Globe for Best Picture. It won the BAFTA for Best Picture, and obviously it's a foreign language film. It'll be the first ever foreign language film to win, but the universal acclaim that it's gotten, and the fact that, Hollywood, again, we talked about it before, but maybe it's a bit racist this year. Imagine having the first ever foreign film win Best Picture. Imagine a Korean man walking up on stage, accepting the award for Best Picture in a Korean film. That would be incredible.
Okay, yeah. I mean, actually, like, that would be... I would love that. Because, to be honest, in my head, I guess
and it's the best movie
of like I say, Parasite is the only... And that's so bad. Like, of the Best Picture nominees, I haven't given a single one a 9. And there's only one which I've given an 8 out of 10, and it's Parasite. Okay. And that's just so bad. Like, how miserable is that for the state of these
I might
films?
give it more than an 8, I have to say. I might give it more than 8, because I really did like Parasite.
Honestly, yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, yeah, with several of these films, I've only watched all of these films once. Or sorry, I've only watched any of these films once. And there were some of the films where I was thinking, you know what? I think when I do watch it again, I'll have a more positive opinion of it. And Parasite is definitely a film where I think if I watch it again, because obviously part of it is like, it's a foreign language film, so you're kind of trying to, if you're an idiot like me, you're trying to kind of focus on reading and reading the subtitles and paying attention to what's happening, and sometimes you're like not fully, but I think now I know how it plays out, I can just read it and like appreciate it more, so I think I'll probably even bump it up. But right now it's still my favorite film, and I think I'll probably even like it even more.
Well, again, Michael, we're just doing predictions right now, I must remind you. We'll save the talk of how good the movie is till next year. And so here's the thing, we talked about 1917, Parasite. You laughably chose Little Women, which has no chance of winning, as does Jojo Rabbit, absolute no chance. Marriage Story, maybe a chance. And you also mentioned Ford versus Ferrari, which I think is
Ford versus Ferrari, I don't think
25,000 to 1 or something. But I am wondering, we haven't mentioned one movie, which is the Joker in the pack, if you will. It's Joker, and it's got the most nominations, and obviously we both think Joaquin Phoenix is going to win for Best Actor, and that might be enough for people to say, okay, give him Best Actor, so we don't have to give it Best Picture, that kind of mentality. But what if Joker wins? Because again, it could win. Like, there's a lot of buzz around it, obviously. Best movie at the Cannes Film Festival, let's not forget that. That's how it got a lot of hype in the first place. Just an incredibly popular movie. But again, the backlash would be quite severe. And the Academy, because they got a lot of backlash for Green Book, which we'll talk about in a bit, last year. Joker would get the most backlash out of all of those movies. And for the wrong reasons, perhaps it would get that backlash. But yeah, it would get a lot of backlash for sure. So, do they care though? That's the question. It's got the most nominees already, so clearly on some level, the people at the Academy don't
likes
care.
it.
I'm just wondering, are we going to be waking up Monday and Joker is going to be the best picture of the year of our Lord 2019?
That would be so strange.
It would be.
Like, just imagine it, because like when you, like spoiler alert for review about it, with Green Book, you're like, yeah, okay, it's a nice film. Like, I would happily, I go, oh, Green Book, it won Best Picture. I'd show it to somebody and I'd expect them to enjoy it and come out and go, yeah, that was an enjoyable film. It made me feel like happy and stuff and things like that. Like Joker, you just go to, oh yeah, let's watch the Best Picture nominated Best Picture winner, Joker.
Well, I think there's some comic book snobbery there, but because I really think the Joker's a better movie than Green Book. So there you go.
Yeah, I actually do. I also think it's a better movie than Green Book. But I think what holds me back about it is it's like...
it's not a movie that
I feel like there should be a kind of degree of almost... Yeah, it's not the kind of movie that wins.
Right, okay. Well, I guess Green Book is, but Green Book was worse than Joker in my opinion. So who knows? But I certainly think... I think the safe bet is probably 1917 based on the odds, but I think it's going to be Parasite, because I get it.
Yeah, I think like a good analogy. It would be like if The Lighthouse won, which is like this horrible, violent, psychological horror, and it's like, yeah. I mean, I think The Lighthouse was a very good film. I thought it was really well shot and like really well acted.
But it's not nominated.
And to be honest, I think it should have got a nom. I'll say that. I think The Lighthouse should have got a nom because I think The Lighthouse was it was definitely a 7 out of 10. Might have been an 8 out of 10, and even on a second watch, I think, based on the strength of cinematography, I might even consider it a 9 out of 10. So yeah, I think Lighthouse should have been nominated for the Best Picture.
Well, that's interesting, but it wasn't.
But if that won, it would be like, people go, oh, you know, why is this horrible film nominated or winning? You know, I think basically the Best Picture, you can't. I don't know. Has there ever been like a really horrible film? I don't mean like horrible, like, you know, bad quality. I mean like horrible in terms of just makes you feel like shit. Has a film like that ever won Best Picture?
Hurt Locker, maybe.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's close.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, I guess Return of the King if you're an all.
I mean, we'll see what happens. Obviously, on Sunday night, I remember just last year waking up and wondering whether it was going to be Roma to win Best Picture or who else was nominated. It was like Black Klansman, The Favourite, all these.
Yeah. Favourite
was just dismissing Green Book. Like, it's not going to be like I wasn't even on my radar. And then to wake up and see Green Book won Best Picture, wow, that was incredible because of course it's on such a late time in the UK. Just waking up and seeing Green Book win Best Picture, I had to rub my eyes a bit to make sure I wasn't seeing stuff. But yeah, but again, maybe that's going to happen with Joker. That'll certainly get that backlash, and we'll have so many articles on about the Academy and Joker and how it's ridiculous and all that shit. But anyway, we shall look forward to that. So yeah, I think basically we have picked.
But yeah, if Parasite won.
Yeah, God, I love it if Parasite won. I'm hoping it does. I really do.
So basically, we're in a situation where my pick is like the film where I'd almost least like to win, and the film you've picked is the one that we both would most like to win.
I think it's going to win. And that's the thing. It's not just I want it to win. I think it is going to win. I really do.
Yeah, you think it will win?
Yeah. So
yeah, I think that might be. Yeah, and that'll be.
Well, I hope so. Anyway, so yeah, I think we picked quite a few different ones. Obviously, the worry when we do this is we all pick the same, so there's no real tension between us. But we are quite different in a lot of our picks. So I think, for example, we got Florence Pugh. Oh no, you didn't. Who did you select for Best Supporting Actress?
I think I did do Florence Pugh. I can't really remember. No, I did Jacqueline Duran for. Oh wait, that's costume design. Okay, yeah, sorry. I think I did go for Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh for Little Women. Yeah, Florence Pugh for Little Women.
Yeah, okay, good. Right. So yeah, stuff like that. We got the same.
But we had different locks too, because obviously I locked Scarlett Johansson. You locked Joaquin.
Yeah, but I didn't even pick Scarlett Johansson though, so that'll be interesting.
Oh yeah, you didn't pick that. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
3-point swing there, depending who wins Best Actress. Yeah. So yeah, very exciting. And so yeah, let's hope for a fun-filled Academy Award, like always.
Yeah.
Oh god, right.
Wait, Joker! You guys won Best Picture.
Who would that be? Would it be? Who
would be the?
No. Jojo Rabbit is read out because it starts with Joe. Like.
Yeah, Jojo Rabbit. Yeah,
no, it's Joker. Joker, you won.
Honestly, though, like, I mean, really, the equivalent to to La La Land would be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but yeah, it's not. Yeah, I think because La La Land, it was the thing that everyone thought was going to win because it was about Hollywood, and then Moonlight was like the kind of more film that everyone saw. It was like a weird situation because everyone sort of wanted Moonlight to win. I mean, in that, you know, it was a film for the identity politics, and also because it was a very touching, heartfelt film. So I don't know if there's an equivalent there. None of these films felt that touching to me. So you got Parasite. Although actually, now I think about Parasite, is also a very miserable film. So yeah, if that wins, that would be intense.
And I hope it does.